one.
AIDEX CyberCon 2025. Tepuk tangan dulu sekali lagi. Terima kasih.
Expertise. Why don't we join and make one platform to share to all these participants and the guests, so that they can come here and they can take away two different key messages, one for AI and one for cybersecurity. And best of all is these two topics can be combined, and they're actually bringing more fruitful, informative information.
Yeah. So as mentioned in my speech earlier, I mean, as a group, we've been around for 11 years, right? And we are many companies handling differing topics or with differing key strengths. So what we are handling and what Ken is handling is totally two different things. I handle artificial intelligence, data, and digitalization. Among others, we also have things like cloud and consulting services in the digital transformation area. So we are also very active in the areas of AICT, something that is very much promoted by the Ministry of Digital right now. So we are involved in the project as such. But cybersecurity is something that we are not doing. That's Ken's full focus, and that's the reason why we thought, whatever we're doing, cybersecurity is always a very, very important part of it, because regardless of how good your systems is, but if your cybersecurity part of it is not there, your cyber resilience is not there, I mean, it means nothing. So when we look at this, hey, this is a good opportunity.
It's a
let's
mutual.
get together.
Yes, it's kind of a mutual to beneficial each other. Without digitalization,
Yeah.
cyber defense will not be in place also.
Yeah. So hence this event, right?
Gentlemen, can I ask, most of the cyber crimes are now actually conducted through AI or through human? Your data show is human cost or AI cost?
All right, technology is actually built by humans. Yes, so technology is actually built by humans. So AI, same goes to AI, is actually built by humans. So when you conduct a cybercrime that whether it's conducted by a human, so initiated by human effort and lead to all these cybercrime. Okay, AI is actually a tools and a method to reach out to the target victim. Put it on that. Yes. So by answering that question, that is it human or AI, I should answer is actually the human effort who use the different tools to reach out to their target audiences. Yeah, same goes to our side. We are trying to build a resilience and have an advanced environment on the society. Same goes to the threat actor, the ransom people and so forth, and they also trying to make their business out of their own will and so forth, these things. So that's why we have a cop and thief kind of environment that we are securing and protecting on all this.
So let's just use one case. Let's say someone pretend to be using AI, pretend to be your CFO and ask you to transfer 1 billion. So how do you, the cybersecurity part detach that is not your CFO?
Okay, very interesting question.
Yeah.
And this thing is actually digitalization. So how to come up with this thing is because of all this video conferencing and all this pre-recorded video that we can put in social media, all this soft copy and so forth. And so that's how they come with a goal motive to reach out to the internet staff and so forth. And so turn out to be their face, their voice has been actually recorded and turned into something else that actually to ask for money and without any authorization to ask to do all these things. And how to prevent this and so forth. And nowadays there's actually all these technologies which we'll talk about. Deepfake is actually a term that the AI technology copying their face appearance and also the voice to be immediate, to be the person that you want to copy to and talk to the right target audience that you want to talk to ask for all this ransom. And of course we have all these AI solution, AI security solution able to detect whether that the face itself is actually an AI make or it's a real face. The voice, is it someone use it without authorization and self-voicing to alert the stakeholders and also the staff actually in the company. Yes, there's actually technologies that's doing so.
So there's AI, cybersecurity apps and software already. Can you name me another one? Like this one, you can detach a fake human. What corporate can use in terms of AI security software? That's what I'm asking. What's up?
A lot actually, if you ask me, all the company is suitable to use the AI security solution out there. Deep down, you talk about the deepfake, which is actually related to a lot of threat intelligence platform. So threat intelligence platform is not only able to track the human face, it's able to track what is actually the data leakage, like someone already stolen the data and publicly sell in deep and dark web. That deep and dark web is some place, marketplace for you to sell all this illegal stuff like weapon. We bump across a very interesting things is actually they're selling human flesh actually in deep and dark web and stuff, all these things. So this is all these threat intel solution able to provide on that. So and on top of it, of course, all these deepfake sound recognition and sound voicing is all happening in the threat intel platform. Those solutions that we are having and able to deliver all these solutions. We have a few like Cybersecurity, Record Future, and also C-Flow. All these kind of threat intelligence platform that are able to detect. But of course, there's more actually in the market can provide different approach and also the capability on that.
I'd like to add a little bit on that. So you see, we are only looking at it from the technological perspective, but I think most consulting companies, when you ask them what drives a company, an organization, or whatnot, they will always say that there are three pillars to things: the people, the process, and the technology. I think we have to sometimes visit back the fundamentals. So technology should never be utilized as in silo, as something by itself. And sometimes, the answer does not lie only in technology. So it's in the people as well. So people, you see, for example, a gun in the hands of different people can be used for different things, right? I can use it to kill, or I can use it to protect. So similarly, if an AI tool is to be given to a person with ill intention, it's different. And with good intentions, then it's different. So here, it boils down finally to still people, because technology enables people. It makes us smarter. It makes us do things more efficient, quicker, speedier. Lowering down costs and whatsoever. So later on in one of my during my session at 3:30, one of the key things I'll be sharing is on what are the key challenges in driving AI, and there you will actually see that the number one thing that is the stumbling block for AI is actually still humans. It comes down to talents. So we must not forget that we always have to keep multi-skilling, upskilling our people to ensure that they remain relevant, because only by then we actually build our first line of defense before we even have to rely on technologies. So people must be able to detect those red flags. We can't just depend 100% on technologies to say that I want technology to do everything. 99% of the time, companies that depend 100% on technologies without processes will fail. It has to be top driven as well. So the top management of the company plays a very, very important role. So it has to be top down. So security is always like that. If it is not top down, it ain't gonna work. Okay, because if the bosses themselves do not believe in security, don't expect the people down there to believe in security. I think that's very important. Yeah. So always believe in upskilling your people, equipping your people with the relevant knowledge. That's something very, very important. So of course, technology part here is already covered, but I just like to cover the other side of things, which I think is equally, if not more important.
Okay, I have one question. Omnitech has this called AIDA,
Yes,
Artificial Intelligence Digital Assistant. How is it different from the normal AI?
Okay, let me explain the concept of AIDA. So AIDA is actually the acronym for Artificial Intelligence Digital Assistant. Okay, it's something that we have envisioned and started to build earlier this year. Okay, then through various experiments and research, we have finally been able to complete the product. Okay, and in fact, we already have our first client. We're still under NDA, so it's a bit difficult for me to release, but it's something under the AI City initiative that I mentioned earlier. So what it does is that, okay, AIDA is able to do things right now, but it's envisioned to do more. Okay, what are the two things? So firstly, when I speak to AIDA, AIDA will be able to answer according to what you teach AIDA. You see, there are two ways to answering questions in AI. Number one is you limit the responses, okay, towards what you want the AI to respond. Because sometimes, say for example, if you're running a government agency or a ministry, public sector, it's very dangerous if you just allow AI to answer from the World Wide Web and hallucination and whatnot can really hurt your brand. And here we're talking about government, so the repercussions will be irreversible in that sense. So what we do is that we actually create something called a RAG model together with a vector database. So we localize all the contents of a particular company or an agency or a ministry to what we want them to learn. So then the responses will always be within our control of the context that we want them to answer. So anything more outside of that, we can always make a decision to go out and search for answers or not. And in this instance, most of the time we'll say not. Okay, this is one. Now the second strength of AIDA is that if AIDA detects that your question is a statistical question, meaning you need details from statistics or business intelligence, then it will take a different route, because we have a route engine to tell which path to take. So it will then take information from the company's data. So in this instance, which is why I kept emphasizing during my speech earlier, and I will emphasize again in the speech later, the importance of data, because the foundation of artificial intelligence is clean and trusted data. So you don't have clean and trusted data, then what you're going to have is a decision that is going to be amplified. Wrong data and amplified wrong decision equals catastrophe. So that's the thing. So what we're going to do is then the ability to look at your company's data to tell you insights. I just give you an example. Imagine you're a minister in the parliament today, okay, facing some questions and your assistant is not with you. What do? You have to just get the answers later on and provide your answers at a later stage. That's what you need to do. But if with AIDA, and if AIDA is connected to your data, that's it. I just ask AIDA. AIDA gives me the information on the spot. So we are talking about an assistant that travels with you all the time, doesn't sleep, doesn't fall sick, doesn't apply for OT, all that kind of stuff. That's one. Secondly, we are talking about an assistant that derives information from data and logic. So we are not talking about today I quarrel with somebody in the morning, so my answer might actually be a little bit different. So no, it's always based on facts and data. So, and not only that, AIDA is going to be able to give you by next month graphs, charts, tables. I can ask for trends. I can ask for comparison between this year and last year. I can ask for comparison between A, B, C, D, and then and so on and so forth. And it's able to also return charts, graphs that I can straight away use, connect to a projector or an LED screen and present. Previously, what do you need to do? You need to ask your assistant. Your assistant needs to do research. Research, then this person needs to create Excel files. Excel files, then you have to actually create charts. It takes a very long time. So now, I think the biggest thing about organizations right now is not about anything else. The most important thing is speed. Okay, business at the speed of light. Because if you're not fast, then you're already behind. So that's a message I would like to bring forward on this. Yeah, and the third one, which is going to be integrated only next year, is going to be the power of agentic AI. Meaning, not only AIDA can give you responses or charts or graphs, it's able to carry out commands. It can carry out instructions and do tasks for you. But that's going to be next year. So that's going to be later. So going to do a presentation on that later. Yeah, I hope I answered your question.
How is it compared to ChatGPT? Because data is just full information from a company database, and it's more for organizations.
So the biggest difference between AIDA and ChatGPT is number one, okay, ChatGPT is based on a large language model. It's big, so the need for processing power is huge. And number two, ChatGPT is actually based on right now, right? I mean, if you were to use your ChatGPT to ask a question right now, you can't limit the answers, and the data is actually could be data from wiki, data from the web, unverified information, because you need to train it. You need to ask questions, and sometimes, I mean, let's face it, when you write speeches, do you write everything yourself nowadays, or ChatGPT does it and then you correct it? Let's be honest. Okay, I use ChatGPT just now. 80% of it was ChatGPT. Okay, let's be honest. So the key here is that we do our changes after that. So you see, then ChatGPT is more on wide, okay, world knowledge and things like that. But if you want to specifically focus on your company, ChatGPT won't be able to provide you the answers. How many layers of information? In fact, we have done something for a city. Okay, when you ask ChatGPT, it gives you a lot of inaccurate answers. Even in the speech just now, I had to correct ChatGPT a few times. I just give you an example. I asked ChatGPT to write about NIO. We all know NIO, National Artificial Intelligence Office. It kept telling me it's NICO, National Artificial Intelligence Coordinating Office. It's different. So I have to tell them, stop referring to this, refer to this, you are wrong. Please, from now, remember this. That's what I'm trying to say. But in the context of your company versus public, you can't afford this. It's your brand, you know. So every single mistake you make tells a story about your brand. So this is the thing. So this is your controlled environment, your own version of an assistant, a face of a company, or a ministry, or an agency. You own it, you control it. Okay? I hope that answers.
Okay. Okay, I have one question. What can be done to make AI 100% effective in enhancing cybersecurity?
Take that.
How to
Cybersecurity.
make the AI 100% effective in cybersecurity? Okay, very tricky question. Okay. Technology is actually evolving day by day. So I'm actually started this company 2.5 years ago until today. Those technology that I used to sell has been combined, and some has evolved to other technology. So when you talk about 100% on protection, I shall say it will not actually happening at this moment, because of if technology evolving is either from who is actually using that and what is the purposes, what is the motive actually behind that. So it will create a different kind of expectation and so use cases for different environment. And what we need to do is we need to stay proactive and resilience on all these changes of technology. And once you actually have a little bit of actually fallback, those actually hacker or threat actor might be actually using that to ahead your strategies and plan something even before you set up the whole blueprint. And 100% at this moment, not possible. Yeah, but we need to stay resilient and also be forefront of what is actually the whole landscape via being like on the people investment, technology investment, and also on all the process tailor-made to make it happen to be as close as to enough to protect your environment against different scenario. Yeah.
This is just a start. Wait until quantum computing comes in. So we're gonna be in for a real surprise. So anything that they can do now, they can do 10,000 times faster. So
Yeah.
that's going to be a real challenge.
I mean, just a small talk sharing, like we talk about agentic AI.
Yeah.
We talk about agentic AI. I think early of this year, I do something like I'm booking air ticket via a platform. So me and my colleague is going there. So I miswrite his name in the platform. So I got to change the whole air ticket from 2 different airlines. That time is actually our local airline. Come back that time is actually their local airline in South Voicing. And I'm booking this actually via a third-party platform. So what I need to do? So I call the booking platform, or I should call the 2 airlines by myself. And from that I tried the chatbot in the third-party platform, and they are already quite advanced by using that chatbot. I prompt what is my problem and what I need to do. The whole chatbot is actually liaising with internally with 2 airlines and get it done for me. So without I'm talking to anyone else, and without I'm waiting there for half an hour, somebody responding to my request and so forth. So all this is actually automated and is effective. Back in those days, when the chatbot is just launches, you still have to wait, and the people at the back is actually doing the job for all these things. But now it's actually advancing. By the time the quantum computing come in, I think all these things will be
obsolete immediately.
Yes.
That's it. So whatever we are shouting today, it's going to be the past immediately. So I mean, that's it. That is the base of technology that we are in. So in fact, even for people like us who are in the industry, I mean, constant reading and all that is a must. The moment you stop, or even you pause for a little while because you're busy, you're already left out. People talking about something and you're like, huh, what's that? We don't have the luxury of doing that because it reflects again on our own branding. So we have to continuously, it's very tiring actually, honestly, super tiring. Well, such is the case. Yeah.
So when are we expecting that quantum computing?
No, it's already there. It's
Landing
just
on our lap.
that 2 things. I think most important thing is the cost has to come down, because for any technology to be taken seriously, even for artificial intelligence, it's a cost. So that is why there is a lot of discussions about which is the right way to release your so-called AI models. Should you take the path of people like OpenAI and whatnot, Gemini and whatnot, where it is chargeable model, or are you following the other model where a lot of it is actually given free, open source? So which is actually the model? So the keyword over here, if you ask me, is democratizing artificial intelligence. So once you allow the multitude to be able to reach that technology, that's where the technology will really take off. Or else it will be only shared by the elite, because it stays expensive. So this is actually one of the key things. So we are trying to always look for ways on how to make technology cheaper and more accessible. I mean, this is also in line with what our ministry is looking for, digital inclusivity. So this is very important. So not just targeting the urban, we must always look at rural as well. So we need people to use, or else there will always be a pocket where we miss out.